Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Sherry, and this is Insherry's Opinion. I'm sorry I've been gone for a little while. I was a very sick girl, and if you watch my videos, you probably know that I've been having this allergy problem, and I just can't seem to get rid of it. It got to the point where I was back and forth to the doctor quite a bit and given antibiotics. And finally, the last time that I went, I had some chest x-rays, an EKG test. They even did a COVID test. And I wanted to speak about that. I did not have COVID. They thought maybe I had a pulmonary embolism. I don't think that was the case. They were going to do a CT scan, but I opted out for that because I have been a very sick person for quite a long time. So I know a lot of the medical terminology and the signs and symptoms of different things. And I've been on several different antibiotics and stuff like that. I'm not contagious or anything like that. But I do have some medical issues that are actually life-threatening. And I know this. I've been going through this for several years. And so I know what's wrong. I know what to look for. But what gets to me is I had told my husband the night before. I said, tomorrow I'm going to go to the doctor because I can't take this anymore. And I was having major chest pains. So I went to the doctor, and they had me go over to the hospital, and that's where I had a CT scan, a chest x-ray, blood work, and the COVID test. And they wanted me to go ahead and go home and quarantine, but they wanted me to come in the next day for so this would have been on a Thursday, and I'm trying to figure out my dates because it's like I've been gone from YouTube for so long. It feels like forever. So today is the 15th of September. So I was at the doctor on the 9th of September, and that's when I got the COVID test. Okay. They wanted me to come back the next day without my test being back for a CT scan to check for the pulmonary embolism. So I'm forgetting how we opted out for that, but I didn't even tell my husband that I had went to the hospital. I had just told him that I went to the doctor. He was at work, so I didn't call him to let him know that I was going to the hospital for chest x-rays or anything. So I got home before he got home from work, and so I hadn't talked to him. He came home from work and came through the door, and he looks at me. Do you have COVID? And I said, what? And do you have COVID? And I said, how do you know? We haven't even talked. How did you know I had a COVID test? He said his boss had told him. And I said, how did your boss know? Well, Monday, I was going to go back in for this CT scan. And at 8:15, my husband's work called and said that my test was negative, so he could come back to work. He didn't have to quarantine no more. And I was furious because I hadn't heard anything yet from the doctor. So 9:45, 9:45, the doctor called, which was not my original doctor, but we have a small clinic here in this teeny tiny town where everybody knows everybody's business, right? And I asked her, I said, do I not have rights to a HIPAA law? And she said, yes, everybody does. And I said, well, it seems like the whole town, and I cussed, knows that we were under quarantine because we had people calling us, if you need groceries, just let us know. We'll bring you what you need, and we'll just put it on your porch. And, you know, people are nice, too, in this small town, and they will help you, you know. And when somebody knows something about you, whether it's true or not, it gets around. But my point is, I went to the doctor. I went to the hospital. I had these tests. Got these tests. And before I knew anything, my husband's work knew. Now, my husband's not a paramedic. He doesn't work for the hospital or the doctor's office. This is rumor spreading. And, you know, the more I've thought about it, you know, for days, this ain't over yet. I'm going to find out what the hell is going on, because I know that I have rights to privacy. And I know that this is a disease that's contagious and it's killing people. But, you know, if I'm told you may have it, quarantine, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to make anybody else sick. I don't want to hurt anybody else. I'm not that type of person. And yeah, there are people out there that probably don't care and, you know, who they hurt. There's a lot of people like that. And I am just extremely angry about the situation that this town is in. I mean, who do I go to? It's kind of like, oh, that's just Uncle Joe. He's drunk again and driving all over town, but it's okay. There are people in this town that are not allowed to drive anywhere except in this town. There is somebody who's not here anymore, who's not alive. But when he was legally blind, and he was allowed to drive in this town. We also had a lady, she's no longer with us either, and she was allowed to drive in this town, and she had severe dementia. So, as far as blasting anybody's names, the town I live in, anything like that. I'm not doing that. But I am going to get some answers because I am extremely ticked off about this situation. There's no reason why, you know, my husband's boss should get my test results before I am notified. They shouldn't even talk to my husband unless they've talked to me. He has power of attorney over me. I have a living will and all that stuff. That's how bad my condition is. But I think that they should at least try to contact me before they go over my head and try to contact someone else. At least give me that chance, that respect, you know, and I don't feel like I got that. But I am okay. I am going to be getting another antibiotic tomorrow, and I have to go back to the doctor at the end of the week. But you know, it is what it is, and you know, that's about all on that story. I really, really missed being on here. I missed you guys very much. I just, I needed to be able to make my videos, and I was not able to because I was having problems just breathing. I was not doing very well at talking, and I'm still kind of not, but I guess I'm gonna let that go on that one. But I am gonna make a couple more videos and put them out there. And I was wanting to do that the other day. Something happened, got me distracted. I mean, it's always that way. I mean, nobody ever wants you. If you're a mama, nobody ever wants mama until mama's doing something else, you know. That's just how it works. But I do miss you guys so much, and I appreciate you being here. I'm still working on how my laptop works. That way I can get further into this. And I'm been thinking about becoming monetized. And I know I'll have to put out a lot more content. But at this point, I don't see any other way that we're going to be able to really make it get by. So we've also, you know, thought about just getting rid of everything and moving. So we'll see about that. I don't know. You know, I've thought, where would I want to live? I mean, I know Northern California and up in there is just so beautiful. And I always liked the Carolinas and Virginia. I don't even know if I mentioned in any of my latest videos that I'd put out, if I let you know that I have been in contact with my mom. I did break down and call her because I was, you know, I was sick and I was getting certain feelings, and I thought, I need to make sure she knows I love her, you know. So that's when I decided I better get my shit in gear and get it all lined out and stuff, and which a lot of it I have. And I have gotten rid of a lot of my things that, you know, you want to make sure that certain things go to certain people. But I still got one kid left to raise, so. But yeah. But I do have some other things that I want to talk about, so I will just cut it off for this video. I've missed you guys. I love you. I hope you're still around and sticking by. And I know I've gotten a lot of comments, if I, you know, a lot of emails checking on me and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It really, really does. So you guys have a good evening, and I will get some more videos out. Thank you. Night, guys.